While domestic military enthusiasts cheer the electromagnetic catapult technology of the Fujian aircraft carrier and debate the number of vertical launch cells on the 055 class destroyer, a fleet of seemingly ordinary yet equally vital vessels is quietly taking shape at a shipyard in southern China. These ships lack sharp lines or eye-catching weapon systems, yet they will form the solid foundation for the Chinese Navy's journey into the deep blue. These are the Type 903, a comprehensive replenishment ships, 20,000-ton, floating mobile bases, being launched in rapid succession, outpacing the pace of main combat vessels. Why? Amid the current spotlight on aircraft carriers, is China quietly accelerating the construction of these seemingly unremarkable support ships? The strategic considerations behind this move may be even more intriguing than the carrier program itself. From Guangzhou to Wuhu shipyards, commercial satellite imagery captures multiple new 903A-class replenishers at various construction stages, some just completing section assembly, others undergoing external outfitting, and still others preparing for sea trials. This multi-yard simultaneous construction model reflects the Chinese Navy's urgent need to build distant sea replenishment capabilities. Analysts suggest that if the current construction pace continues, the total number of Type 903 series replenishment ships could reach 18 to 20 vessels within the next few years. What does this number signify? It means the Chinese Navy will possess the world's second-largest ocean-going replenishment force, surpassed only by the US Navy. It means the Chinese Navy will be capable of maintaining the long-term presence of multiple naval task forces simultaneously across distant maritime regions. Although the active-duty Type 903 comprehensive replenishment ships may not be visually striking, their performance specifications underscore the Chinese Navy's pursuit of blue water operational capabilities. These vessels have a full load displacement of approximately 23,400 tons, a length of about 178.5 meters, and a beam of roughly 24.8 meters. They can carry around 10,500 tons of shipboard fuel, 250 tons of fresh water, and 680 tons of dry cargo ammunition. More importantly, they possess advanced lateral, longitudinal, and vertical integrated replenishment capabilities, enabling simultaneous resupply operations for multiple vessels in complex sea conditions. Their endurance of approximately 10,000 nautical miles is sufficient to support extended long-range missions alongside carrier strike groups. During recent dual-carrier exercises beyond the second island chain, the critical role of Type 903 replenishment ships became evident. Vessels like the Hulun Lake, Shagan Lake, and Kokoxili Lake accompanied carrier strike groups deep into distant waters, establishing a mobile replenishment network across the vast ocean. Without the support of these replenishment ships, the carrier strike group's operational radius and sustained combat capability would be significantly diminished. It can be said that the quantity and quality of replenishment ships directly determine the upper limit of a carrier strike group's actual combat effectiveness. The Chinese Navy's substantial expansion of its replenishment fleet is far more than a simple quantitative increase. It represents a crucial milestone in the overall strategic transformation of the Navy. As China's national interests expand globally, the maritime transport lines requiring protection and overseas interests demanding safeguarding have far exceeded the confines of its near seas. However, compared to the U.S. military's extensive network of bases worldwide, the Chinese Navy's overseas support points remain considerably limited. In this context, replenishment ships become the critical backbone of the Chinese Navy's distant sea operational capability. Functioning as mobile bases at sea, they enable the Chinese Navy to maintain a sustained presence in key maritime areas even without overseas military bases. From a deeper strategic perspective, the large-scale construction of replenishment ships may signal that the Chinese Navy is preparing for various potential requirements of distant sea operations. In modern naval warfare, combat vessels have limited self-sustainment capabilities, especially in high-intensity combat environments, where fuel, ammunition, and various supplies are consumed at an extremely rapid rate. Without adequate logistical support, even the most advanced combat vessels struggle to achieve their intended operational effectiveness. The batch production of Type 903 replenishment ships indicates that the Chinese Navy is building a comprehensive logistics support system capable of sustaining high-intensity operations in distant waters. Notably, while vigorously developing the Type 903 series replenishment ships, the Chinese Navy continues to build the larger, more advanced Type 901 comprehensive replenishment ship. This 40,000-ton super mother ship is specifically designed for aircraft carrier strike groups, featuring higher speeds and enhanced replenishment capabilities. The simultaneous development of these two tiers of replenishment ships signals the PLA Navy's construction of a multi-layered, comprehensive long-range supply system capable of providing tailored logistical support for diverse fleet formations. With the Fujian aircraft carrier formally entering service, the PLA Navy is poised to enter a three-carrier era, placing heightened demands on its long-range replenishment capabilities. Typically, an aircraft carrier strike group consumes thousands of tons of various supplies daily during combat operations. Without sufficient replenishment support, the sustained combat capability of such formations would be severely constrained. From this perspective, the pace of replenishment ship construction outpacing that of carriers is entirely reasonable and necessary. After all, an aircraft carrier without adequate logistical support would see its combat effectiveness significantly diminished. The development of the Chinese Navy's replenishment fleet also reflects the overall advancement of China's shipbuilding industry. The ability to simultaneously mass-produce multiple types of modern replenishment ships across different shipyards demonstrates China's maturity in ship design, construction techniques, and project management. The domestically produced replenishment equipment, automated control systems, and navigation devices installed on these ships showcase the comprehensive strength of China's shipbuilding industry. Looking ahead, the commissioning of additional Type 903 replenishment ships may significantly alter the Chinese Navy's long-range operational patterns. We may witness extended deployments in more distant waters, potentially even simultaneous presence across multiple global maritime regions. Some analysts suggest the Chinese Navy may gradually establish a rotational deployment system similar to that of the U.S. Navy, maintaining a regular presence in key maritime areas. All of this hinges on the support of a large-scale, reliable replenishment fleet. At the shipyard docks, the outlines of a new batch of Type 903 replenishment ships are becoming increasingly clear. Amid the sparks of welding, these seemingly ungainly yet indispensable vessels steadily mature. They lack the imposing presence of aircraft carriers, or the sharpness of destroyers, yet they will form the solid backbone of the Chinese Navy's journey into the deep blue. When these replenishment ships sail in formation across the oceans, they carry not only supplies for combat vessels, but also a major naval power's relentless pursuit of blue water capabilities. Flags fluttered fiercely atop the masts, signaling that the Chinese Navy's voyage would no longer be confined to coastal waters but would span oceans and venture into the deep blue. In this sense, the large-scale construction of replenishment ships may better reflect the strategic shift and accumulation of strength within the Chinese Navy than the launch of any major combat vessel.